Hey everybody, welcome to KUIU Live. It's our second live product introduction here in Dixon, California. We're going to be doing the new Ultra pack system today. We're going to take you through the new pack line. We're going to cover the frame, we're going to cover the new suspension, and the three new bag sizes, the 6,000, the 3,000, and the 1,800. Really excited about this project. It's something I've been working on for 18 years. Working with our design team here and our supply partners overseas. And it's been a project focused on reducing weight without giving up pack performance. And I think we've really nailed it on this pack line. We've been field testing it for over 12 months. I made 15 different versions of this frame to get where we are now. Lots of different changes and upgrades to the bag designs and suspension. And I think you're going to love what we put together here today. And I'm here with Shaun Ayers, our technical designer here at KUIU. And for those of you that were at the sleeping bag introduction a couple weeks ago, you got to meet Shaun. For those that don't know Shaun or haven't met him yet, he is a research scientist by trade. We've known each other since college, and I've worked with Shaun on designs over the last few years, and he's come on board KUIU a couple years ago, and he helps us with all of our packs, technical accessories, gaiters, anything that's really specific. He's really detail-oriented, does a ton of research on the stuff we put together, and a lot smarter than I am. So welcome, Shaun.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you taking the time to join us. And It's an exciting day. We've had several thousand people log on to KUIU Live from all over the world. It's a huge compliment to me and to our team here. We really appreciate you guys taking the time. It's going to be about a 30-minute presentation, and then we're going to answer questions. And then we're going to give away 3 of the new packs today. And so stay with us. You're going to learn a lot. It's an interactive experience, so type in your questions. Pat's going to give us a list of questions that are most common questions at the end, and we're going to get through it. For those of you that don't win the pack today, we are giving away free shipping today. So if you place your order today, I think it's going to be the only time you're going to be able to get free shipping on these packs, or really any discount on these packs. We've had quite a response to the shows. Pre-orders already have come in at some substantial numbers. So take advantage of the free shipping if you can. And again, welcome. Right. And I think where I'd like to start today is our frame. And I feel fortunate to have been able to develop the world's first molded carbon fiber frame, working with a family friend who came out of the aerospace industry and was able to help me create the concept for the Icon frame 3 years ago, or 4 years ago now. And carbon fiber is amazing. It's half the weight of aluminum, twice as strong as steel. And you look at other industries where weight and performance are critical, you find carbon fiber, whether it's aerospace, auto racing, cycling. Guys have to climb hills, reducing weight's important, and carbon fiber is really a perfect material for backpack frame. And we've taken our Icon concept, we've refined it for the Ultra, and started by really focusing on trying to reduce some weight. And then also what came of it was a stiffer, stronger, and more efficient frame. And maybe we can show
those. Go ahead.
I'll show the Ultra, or the Icon compared maybe to the Ultra. And we've narrowed the Ultra from the Icon. It's about 1.5 inches narrower at the stays. And obviously we've removed the bottom stays from the Icon on the Ultra and really compacted the frame. And what we've come up with is a new design that's stiffer, it's stronger, it's easier to produce, and more consistent to produce. And we've think maybe show them a little bit about the shape of the frame, if you can catch it here on the video.
Yeah, you can see that there's shape. It matches the curvature of your back. We left the top stays straight up. That way when you hit your load lifters, it actually curves into your back and gives it the shape that it needs. So a nice ergonomic shape to it. The frame has incredible stiffness vertically, but still moves really well with your body. So it makes it very, very comfortable.
We've got an extended track system compared to what we had on the Icon. So we're going to get more adjustment. And then we've also added a second frame size.
So this shorter frame will fit torso lengths down to 15 inches now. So between 15 and 17.5 is what we're suggesting to go with the, calling this the regular size frame. And then the tall frame would be from that 17.5 up to top end would be, well over 22, 23.
This we've had a lot of questions on this frame of how strong it is. And, you know, at 10 and a half, 11 ounces, can it really carry heavy loads? And last week we went in to create some visual representation of how strong this pack is and some stress tests that we did. And we've shot a short video clip we want to run for you that will show you how strong and stiff this frame is and how reliable it is. And so let's go ahead and run that clip. All right, we're at Core Fitness here in Dixon, California to do some stress testing to get a better feel for how strong and durable and stiff this new frame is. And so we're gonna start off by standing here on the new Ultra frame, bridged between two benches. I'm gonna step on a scale, get an exact weight, and then I'll go ahead and step on the frame and see what happens to the frame. It's got me right at 242. We go 242 pounds. So that's an unfair really test for this frame because it's putting it in an unnatural position. It's really the hardest position you can put this frame in. 242 pounds is a ton of weight on a 11-ounce frame like this. All right, we're gonna strap some weight to it. Let's go see how it functions. Carries a load really well, actually. So 150-pound dumbbell. We're trying to figure out whoever uses this thing because it is ridiculously heavy. But there it is, strapped to the Ultra frame. Actually holds weight really, really comfortably for 150 pounds. Actually pleasantly surprised. We've had it with 150 pounds in the bag, but never just a piece of metal strapped to the outside of the Ultra. That's a big dumbbell. So we're still looking for the guy that actually lifts those dumbbells.
You know, I'm glad it wasn't me. Yeah.
It's a hunk of metal. So that hopefully that gives you an idea of how strong this new frame is. And we've not only stress tested in some awkward situations, we've also done a year of field testing on the new frame.
Yeah,
I know
all the guys in the office used it out in the field last year, carried out deer, elk, sheep, moose, caribou, everything. So,
yeah, it's been incredible process in the development and testing of this new frame, and I couldn't be more excited about it. So why don't you get into covering some of the designs you did on the suspension, Shaun?
Okay. So here is the new Ultra suspension on the frame. Completely redeveloped our suspension system for the Ultra. Focus on reducing the weight, but still making a system that was incredibly comfortable to carry and could still carry really heavy loads. Talk first about let's talk about the materials. On the outside of the suspension, you have 160D Cordura, which is our pack fabric that we've been using forever. We have a new material, the Next to Skin material, and this is a spacer mesh that is found used by Zamberlan in our boot program. Actually, we found it. It's out of Italy. A really good track record of durability on this fabric. It's really comfortable. It's light and weight. Perfect match for the Ultra system. Just like on our previous Icon packs, the load bearing in the shoulder strap is done by the Velcro,
which is a 3M product.
Has a shear strength of 17 pounds per square inch, so incredibly strong material. And then with the track system, actually just keeps the shoulder straps in alignment, and there's an attachment point here to keep the Velcro from separating if you'd happen to have the load lifters completely loose. We have a new part here that we worked with Duraflex to create. It's a T-lock part that makes it really easy to change out the shoulder straps. You just turn it sideways, put it back in. Works incredibly well on that.
And we found that in testing, it's going to be a little bit more durable than the webbing and the tri-glide that we used in the past, and it just kind of cleans up the design a little bit. Absolutely. And I've got a patent pending on this part, along with we have patents just about finalized on the track system as well.
So back to materials inside, it's a dual layer of foam on the shoulder straps, perforated foam with a next to skin, an open cell foam next to skin, really comfortable. Really resists compression long term, so good material there. Hydration is held on with these O-rings. It just wraps around the tube and clips back in on itself.
And I found I really like that. It's quick, it's easy.
Works incredibly well, and it's really lightweight.
Yep.
Sternum strap adjustment just goes into this webbing, and you can easily just put that part out and put it into the next one, up or down, and really easy.
A new design for us this year on this, and I really wanted to find something that was lighter weight, a little more streamlined design than on the Icon, and I really like what we've come with.
And
I like the fixed position of the sternum strap. I think it works great. It's always in the same spot, no adjustment needed.
Allows us to move down to smaller size webbing and hardware also to save weight on that. So let's move on to onto the hip belt. Probably the most significant change, hopefully we can see this, is moving the frame from the outside of this plastic sheeting so that it's sandwiched in between the lumbar pad and the plastic on the back. And that allows the frame to move closer to your back. All of your weight that you're carrying moves closer to your back, makes it much more comfortable system. So really significant change in the way that's designed. Continue to have a pocket that's U-shaped, so we get you get the movement out of it. You still have the pivoting hip belt. Makes it really comfortable.
Yeah, and I found that, I think one of the significant changes to this year's design is the fact we moved the frame closer to your lower back, and it's kind of repositioned it. It gives it a more center of gravity into your lower back. And I found it's actually really hold better, and just be a more comfortable setup. I'm really impressed with that.
So continuing on with the hip belt, you've got a strap here to hold gun, bear spray. This is removable. If you want to really cut down on your weight, we can completely remove that. That system has loop material on the outside, so you can still put on our hip belt pouches, and they'll attach there. Internally, we've got 3 layers of foam. We've got 2 closed cell foam layers on the outside, and then sandwiched in between is an open cell layer of foam. That makes this hip belt really, really comfortable. And I know all of us that have used it this year have been really, really impressed with how comfortable it is.
And I think for considering this suspension for heavy load carrying, we've got a solid piece of polyurethane that runs through the back of this setup. And then all of our attachment points are then anchored to it. Our frame's anchored to it, and it makes it for a really stable platform for carrying heavy loads. And it's important on this setup to understand that we anchor everything into a polyurethane sheeting here that makes it stiff and strong and gives us a platform for heavy load carrying.
Let's talk a little bit about the lumbar pad. We put a lot of, hopefully you can see that, we put a lot of time and effort in trying to get the sizing of this just right for the average guy. It is adjustable. We have a foam insert that's 1 centimeter thick that can go between the lumbar pad and the frame for guys like yourself that like a little thick lumbar. This hip belt, for the first time at KUIU, we're going to have 2 different size hip belts. Yep. This is the large extra large. We'll also have a small medium. The large extra large fits 33 inches and above up to about 44, and the small medium is 28 to 33.
Yep. And also, the shaping of this hip belt may be hard to see in the video, but it's got a kind of a concave shape that wraps around your iliac crest of your hip bones. It really anchors this to your hip bones more so than belts I've used in the past. And you add in the lumbar pad that's adjustable, you can get this thing to just absolutely sits tight on your hips, even with a lot of weight. And I found that to be incredibly comfortable and efficient.
Yeah, and weight-wise, the whole frame and suspension is at 2 pounds 4 ounces, and that's for the regular size. And then the large size is just 1 ounce and 3/4 more. So incredibly light on the suspension system.
So let's take them into the new bag designs. And we started with seam construction. We started looking at reducing weight, and we went with a double needle flat stitch, which you'll see along the bags, which is different than what we have in the Icons. It's 20% lighter seam construction, and a big reason why this is an Icon bag is in the old seam construction, that fabric's pulled together and stitched, and then we run binding on the inside of the stitching, which gives it a really nice clean appearance, but it's about 20% heavier to build a seam like this. This seems just as strong, if not stronger, not quite as pretty on the inside of the bag, but it's going to reduce weight. And that's kind of the mentality we've had on this entire bag design and suspension design and frame design, was to find ways to reduce weight. We started even down to the seams and to the hardware, which we're using a new hardware system on the bag, which is a removable tension lock. It saves weight. They're incredibly strong and durable. We've done a bunch of stress testing on these and have yet to have one fail. They are made out of nylon. You can put a lot of stress on them even if they aren't clasped, and they'll open all the way up without breaking or cracking. And the other thing I really like about it is if you happen to break a buckle, you can replace it in seconds. Yeah, really, and you'll see your bags will come with the 6,000 comes with 5 additional accessory straps that all are using the same buckle, so you can interchange them throughout the bag, which I think for field use is really important.
Absolutely. You want me to talk a little bit about kind of design on the 6,000 cubic inch bag?
Take them through the pocketing.
Okay, so 6,000 cubic inch bag, start with pocketing. And the pocketing that we have on this bag is, we actually have the same pocketing on the 2 other bag sizes we have, the 1,800 and the 3,000. You've got a lower pocket that can fit up to the largest size spotting scopes, and an upper pocket that you can use for things that you need to get to really quickly, your headlamps, your GPS, things like that. The 6,000 has a 500 cubic inch lid, and this lid is not only expandable, it'll move up, but also it's completely removable. There's a shroud underneath, and you want me to get into the accessing these bags?
Sure, we can show them the access on the 6,000, the 21-inch zipper.
Okay. Okay, so there's 2 ways that you can get your items in and out of this bag. If you have a really bulky item, you want to go through the top loader, through the top shroud. It also has a 21-inch side zipper that gives you access to the main pouch in here. And I've found in my trips that unless I'm really putting a big chunk of meat or something like that in there, that I can get all of my gear in and out of this side accessor.
Yeah, I've had the same experience. I use that a lot.
Yeah, so really nice feature there.
And then the 3,000 and 1,800s, obviously they're not top loaders with a shroud and a lid. We're running a large horseshoe zip that runs all the way over the top, and both of them are set up the same. The 3,000 and 1,800, just different volumes and different size main compartments, but all similar setups. Each bag comes with a single stuff it pocket, which we recommend running your tripod in, or if you need to drop a water bottle in, you can use it. We left the other side clean, and that we'll show you in a little bit why we did that for some accessory attaching and things that you can run on the side of the bag.
You want me to talk a little bit about weights on all 3 of these systems right now?
Please.
So I already introduced the weight of the frame and suspension at 2 pounds 4 ounces. This 6,000 bag is 21 ounces, so you've got a total weight on the 6,000 of 3 pounds 9 ounces. For the 3,000 bag is 12 ounces, so you've got a total weight of right at 3 pounds. And then for the 1,800 bag, you've got a total weight of your system at 2 pounds 13 ounces. So incredibly light weights.
Yeah, they turned out amazing. So let me show you quickly how fast you can, just to get an idea how fast we can detach these bags, because it's a different setup than the Icons. It's much more efficient and much quicker, just to show you interchanging bags and also how to do the load sling. So we're going to take one apart here for you really quickly. So that's how simple it is to remove this new bag setup from the frame. And what's nice about this, if you're going to pack in, set a base camp, and then you want a day hunt, you can throw in either the 3,000 that weighs right at a pound or the 1,800 that weighs 9 ounces, and you've got a day pack setup. Then go right along with you. It's really quick and easy to interchange. And then if you want to run this bag as a load sling, so you can put meat between the bag and the frame, or extra gear between the bag and the frame. We'll show you how simple that is.
So when you set your load in here, you want to keep this fairly tight on your compression on the bottom. You want to try to create a V shape between your bag and your frame so that your meat and your load will not fall down in between those bottom webbing loops. You connect the bottom first, you'll connect the top, the upper loops, the load, the bridge straps. You go on compression straps first?
Yeah, you can do. I mean, that's how I do mine.
Yeah. You want to do the load stabilizer strap on the bottom. This load stabilizer strap you want to keep kind of loose until you get it up onto your back. Struggling over there?
Oh, that's the strap.
So it's really important when you're running items in the load sling that you get all of these compression straps tightened down. If you do that, the load should not fall all the way into the bottom of your load sling, and the weight should be distributed across all these other straps. The final thing you want to do is run this bridge strap between the bag and the suspension system right there. So that's how it works for the load sling.
Yep, and it gives you a ton of versatility with this back system.
Absolutely.
So we've built some really great accessories to go with this pack system as well. They're modular, so you can have them on the pack or you can easily remove them. And we've developed a rifle holder and a bow holder, which we've had lots of requests for from our customers. And so maybe you can take them through your bow holder.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about the bow holder first. This can be run on either the side of the bag or it can be run on the back of the bag. For the smaller bags like the 1800 and 3000, I actually like to run them on the back. A cradle on the bottom for the lower cam, and put a lot of foam padding in here. If you happen to slip and fall with that lower cam exposed, you could completely ruin your hunt. So put a little more build into this bow holder. There's a strap on the top that put around your frame of your bow, and side release buckle on it. You can actually reach over your head and you can clip at the same time you're grabbing your bow, and you can just remove it right out. And I actually ended up hunting, in situations even when I was really close to animals with my bow still on my back.
Yeah, it works really well
because you can get it off so easily.
And then we've also developed a rifle holder with a webbing set up to hold the butt of your gun, and then another quick clip release so you can reach up and undo. So it's great if you need to quickly access your gun, you're hunting in bear country, or you come across an animal unexpectedly, you can reach up, unclip it, and just remove your gun. And it usually comes out pretty quick and easy. And then we've also added a hydration storage bag, and this is set up for 2-liter, 3-liter platypus bags, which we're now MSR and Cascade Designs dealer, and we're now carrying a hydration system that we really recommend. We've been using this setup for years. It's light, it's really durable and reliable, and you can order these right along with your new packs. And this clips into the inside of the main compartment, right below the stay pockets, and easily adjustable. And if you don't want to run it, easily removable.
Yeah, it's only weighs an ounce, and water is one of the heaviest things you carry in your pack. 3 liters is 6.5 pounds. So this will hang that weight directly off the upper stays. It keeps the weight close to your back and in the perfect location.
Yeah, it works great.
Yeah, really nice accessory there.
So the 6000 will come with 5 accessory straps. 1 to go up and over the main compartment of the shroud if you want it. They're removable. And then 2 that we recommend putting on this area here that goes across your front vertical pocket, and then 2 additional straps you could use really anywhere on the bag that you find that might want to compress either a load on the inside or lashing stuff to the outside of the pack. And these come with every one of your packs.
Yeah, so the webbing loops are here and here. This will just strap across like that. Bag is fully functional without those, but there's certain situations where you might want to have that extra strap on there. So it comes with them.
So I think that pretty much covers everything. Additional accessories you guys may want to think about. Rain covers for your packs. We make one for each different size. And if you're going to be hunting in wet weather, we always recommend it. This fabric's been treated 4 times with PU, so it's going to be really waterproof with seams because they're not taped, can and will leak over a long period of time. So we do recommend a rain cover. And then we also make, some of you are running these already, but just to bring to your attention, we are running a full range of roll top dry bags. The XXL dry bag makes a fantastic meat cell, and is what we use to put the meat between the frame and the bag and load sling.
Keeps the blood off your bag that way also,
Yep.
which is nice.
And something to note on the new Ultras, because we removed the internal pocketing, because you can't access the inside of the main bag like you do on the Icons, I'm using our roll top dry bags as my storage bags on the inside, and you can put equipment and gear in there, roll it up, clip it, and then hang it off of the clip for the hydration bladder or off the clips right here, and you can just daisy chain them down the inside of the bag. Makes it really easy to access and great way to store all your equipment and gear.
Yeah, it keeps that weight up and high and close to your back.
Yep,
which
and
is
dry.
an easier place to carry it.
And they come in several colors. This is a new color that we're running, and I like it because you can see the equipment and gear that's in the bag. They work great. So just to take you through, I think we're down to pricing.
Yeah, why don't you cover that?
So we'll take you through a little bit of the pricing on the new packs. Something to note, these builds are a lot simpler, a lot more efficient, and less expensive to build because of the seam construction, the new frames, less material, easier manufacturing process. We are able to get really aggressive on pricing. We've also grown a ton over the last 3 years. Went back to the pack manufacturer and was able to negotiate some really good pricing also from our fabric and trim suppliers. So you're going to see some pricing that's really aggressive. Our frame and suspension is on the Ultra is $229.99. The 6,000 bag only is $119.99. The 3,000 bag only is $89.99, and the 1,800 bag is only $69.99. So you look at the Ultra 6,000 full kit, you're at $350 or less than $350, and that's an incredible price for a 6,000 cubic inch pack that's got these features and carry this type of load. And really excited about it and happy to pass on the savings to you guys. And
it's going to let a lot of guys get into this pack system.
Yep. So
excited about it.
Remember, if you order your pack today, there's going to be no shipping charge to it for those of you that don't win the pack. So take advantage of it if you're interested. And I think that about covers it. Why don't we get into questions? So this questions have been coming in. Pat's pulled off the most common questions, and we're going to take you through some questions now.
Okay, John Bates from Big Timber, Montana asks, will the Ultra Pack system handle 100+ pound loads?
So I think
that with that video.
I think we showed you on the video how strong it is. I can tell you we've done a lot of field testing, a lot of stress testing with this system. We've put it through a lot of strenuous, heavy loads in a lot of different situations and things that typically this pack will never endure in the field, and it's really done incredibly well, beyond what I thought it would do, quite honestly. And hopefully that short video just gives you a bit of an idea that we showed earlier.
Yep. Okay, Ken Jenking from Llano Escudado asks, where is the frame and other components manufactured? Where is the complete system assembled?
It's a great question. So the frame is, the carbon fiber for the frame is made by Toray out of Osaka, Japan. It's molded and manufactured here in California, Sacramento, California. The components are YKK, Duraflex, and Cordura on the pack as far as the materials that go into it. They're cut and sewn at a factory in Vietnam, and the factory in Vietnam is pretty unique. They're specific to outdoor industry packs. They're making Osprey, they're making Arc'teryx, they make a couple European brand bags like Mammut, and they're also producing KUIU bags, and they're the finest cut and sew house that I know of in the world that makes packs, and they're specific to the pack industry.
So we have Tyler Gilroy asks, waterproof, lightweight, reliable, warranties? We've covered most of that, but you want to maybe talk about warranties a little bit more?
So any product that you buy from KUIU, we'll always back it. And certainly back it for its lifetime against any manufacturer's defect. We'll also back it as being a KUIU customer. So anyone ever has a problem with a KUIU product, contact us. We will make it right. We will take care of our customers and cover it.
Good. Steve Smith from Oregon asks, will the Icon bags work on the new frame and suspension?
So the Ultra setup is designed for the Ultra bags, and we looked at making it as a hybrid design, but it really defeated the purpose of trying to be an ultralight pack system. And it's unique to the Ultra line and is really just set up for the Ultra bag frame and suspension.
Okay. So Ben Cooper from Soda Springs, Idaho asks, where do you carry your spotting scope and tripod in the Ultra system?
So we covered it, but just to make sure it's super clear, and I think I've got, like, this is the 1800, and this is an 85 millimeter spotting scope that's in this bag, and this is where I run mine. You can also put it in the main compartment if you're more worried about your glass, and this is set up to carry large spotting scopes even on the 1800. And then I'm putting, I think you probably do the same.
Yeah, tripod on the side right here.
Yeah, tripod legs will go down in the stuff it pocket. And then you use your compression straps to put it here.
Yeah, if you're using a really small tripod, sometimes you can get it inside as well if you're not too overloaded.
So that's what I do.
Okay. And this is a good bag to have up here for the final question.
Oh, great.
Okay. Walter Scott. Oh, it's not quite the final question. Sorry about that. Walter Scott from Tahoe, New Mexico asks.
I didn't know there was a Tahoe, New Mexico.
Maybe Pat can't type. I don't know. The VS Camo looks different. Has it been modified?
Great question. And you're going to see in our product line that comes out throughout this spring that there's an updated version of the VS. And we've increased the dark areas of the pattern, also cleaned them up a little bit, cleaned up the shapes, made it more consistent, increased them in size and shape, and really worked on, from all of our fabric suppliers, going back through reprinting the print and trying to get a more consistent color match through all of our fabrics. And so it's a cleanup of the pattern, it's slight adjustment, and then just more consistency on the colors.
Still works really well with the VS pattern.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to tell the difference, but
absolutely.
It is a little bit different and some subtle changes and improvements. And I'm really excited about it. I think it turned out fantastic.
It did. Turned out great. Okay, so Mark Warren from Whitehorse, Canada. When do you expect them to ship?
Great question. So the Ultra suspension and 6000s, which is the first product that we developed and put together, that is actually exiting the factory now, and we expect to have it through customs into our warehouse and start shipping by April 1st. And the 3000 and the 1800s will exit in early May, and we should have them and start shipping them by June 1st. And
that's it for the questions.
Great.
Do you want to get some names?
So yeah, let's
some bags.
Pat, do you have the winners?
Did you want to say anything else? Was there anything else in closing, or should we go?
Well, let's do the names, and then
We've covered a lot.
Yeah. So you want to go ahead and read the names?
So we don't have locations, but we've got Dustin Perry, Shannon Heaps, and Brad Van Connet are the names.
Great. Well, congratulations on the packs. We'll be sending out an email to you and contacting you. And want to say thank you to everybody that's taken the time that's taking the time out of your day to learn about the Ultra Pack system. I hope you found it as beneficial as we hope, and that you're excited about these bags. I know we've been able to use them. I can't wait to start shipping them to get them in your guys' hands. And again, thank you for coming on to KUIU Live. We've got more coming this spring. We've got a lot more innovation, some things that you've heard about, like the tents, and then I've got some other stuff up my sleeve that nobody knows about, and you only learn about it here first. So come back and see us, and thanks to everybody for your day and your time, and look forward to getting these packs out to you.